na yɛda kono wiase nyina oko a enye tuo de seka na yɛde ekona mu no yare bɔne aba sɛ obi ehu de onye ne hu ama hodro no ehu na mane nti ama mu sika sa mu tutua no wo mo hwe sɛ na be betumi aboa ma amanfo asetena so enkonkɔ sɛ kora na wɔman Ghana so wɔman sa na hene onunyafo kanofurata edato dwa ekyirem sɛ wɔman no de sika bi a ano so 1 billion Ghana cedis eno wo mo de babeboa ama coronavirus alleviation program no womo atumi e de ahyase wo kyese san hihye no hihye bi aba na ye atoto ne amase ne be betumi aboa ama amanfo sikasam atumi agina.
Mr. Speaker, international research institutions and multilateral organizations including the Fund, the World Bank, UNECA, the Economic Intelligence Unit and Fish Solutions are all projecting significant slowdown of global GDP growth, with most predicting a recession or a severe economic contraction. Though the IMF had indicated earlier in March 2020 that the impact of the Covid-19 on global growth is difficult to predict, the IMF is certain that 2020 growth will slow down significantly from the projected 3.3% to maybe even negative growth. Already, Mr. Speaker, we are experiencing slowdown in economic activities in the various sectors of the economy as a result of the pandemic. This will altogether slow down economic growth considerably. Even though events on the pandemic are still unfolding, a preliminary analysis of the impact of the coronavirus menace on the real sector shows that the 2020 projected real GDP growth rate will decline, Mr. Speaker, from 6.8% to 2.6% with infection and cases, and 1.5% with a partial lockdown. Mr. Speaker, the projected growth will further worsen in the event of a full lockdown. As announced by President Akufo-Addo on March 11, 2020, during his first broadcast on the pandemic, government has earmarked the equivalent 572 million Ghana cedis, $100 million, for the fight against COVID-19. Contrary to views of some skeptics that the money is not available, I wish to assure you that the money has been secured and is available to be dispersed in accordance with our public financial market procedure and rules. Indeed, from day one, government has not stopped spending in the fight against COVID-19. The President is determined to cushion the economic and social difficulties this virus is visiting on Ghanaian businesses and our people. Our task, therefore, is to minimize the huge threat of job losses and the impact of job losses. The President and his team are thinking outside the box to ensure that the principles of fiscal discipline are not jettisoned and yet still ensuring that people have money to spend. That is why, to mitigate the impact of the coronavirus on business and households and ensure that economic activities are sustained while minimizing job losses, the President on Friday, March 27, 2020, announced the establishment of the Coronavirus Alleviation Program, the CAP. The Ministry of Finance will immediately release an amount of 1 billion Ghana cedis upon approval by Parliament. The Ministry is proposing to use the equivalent of US $290 million from the Stabilization Fund for this. The CAP will focus on areas that will provide maximum results in alleviating the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, with a focus on protecting against job losses, protecting livelihoods, supporting small businesses, and ensuring the program is efficiently and sustainably implemented.